Shalom, shalom, it's the brother Yahweh Shapat, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Alahayanawa Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Double honors to my apostles, bishops, elders, a great millstone who teach and rule well in these scriptures. Peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect brothers who are on the highways and the byways, pushing his word out in the truth and sincerity. And on the internet, via the unicorn as well. You know, shalom to you brothers and you few sisters who are listening and learning. Now, I'm at the plantation. You know, I don't have a lot of time, but this is just going to be a quick hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on break. And let's see here. I want to go ahead and get just a quick hit and a cut to the free will doctrine that Christianity, American plantation Christianity holds up. This is Job chapter 33. And I'm going to start at verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. So, you know, we might devise and plan to do certain things upon a said day, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, you know, ultimately decides what we gonna do and what we won't do. There is no free will, and this verse 15 and 16 goes into that. When you sleep, the Lord, you know, seals your instruction. You know what I'm saying? While you sleep, you know, and the instruction is what you gonna do the next day. You know, hey man, and like the scriptures say, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, you could have planned to drive in a direction that would have caused you to die. But, you know, the Lord is going to put the spirit on you to go in a complete, and say you on your way to work, right? The Lord going to put the spirit on you to go the complete opposite way so that you don't, you know, end up in a fatal car crash. You know, and that's just an example, you know, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, you know, he pretty much decides what we will be and won't be, what we will do and won't do. You know, we're just puppets on a string. You don't have free will. And Yahweh Ba'ashem, you know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is the ultimate puppet master, man, and we're the puppets. You know, we're going to do whatever the Lord want us to do, man. You know, and another example, as far as prophecy is concerned about free will, if the Russians were doing, like, say, those Edomites who are in Russia, if they were doing what they wanted to do, they probably wouldn't go to war with America. Maybe they wouldn't, you know, but we know according to prophecy they will. You know what I'm saying? And why are they going to go to war with Babylon, you know, America, aka Babylon the Great? Because the Heavenly Father has ordained it. He sanctioned it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah lets nobody does what they want to do, man. Not even Satan. So you can stop with, you know, you Christians can stop with that nonsense that Satan does whatever he wants to do and that he rebelled from heaven. That's false, man. That's a false doctrine and that's a false teaching. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's not true according to the scriptures, man. Satan had to give an account before he plagued Job, before he and Yahweh, you know, entered into that bet about Job. Hey, or that wager, if you will. Satan had to tell the Lord what he had been doing and where he had been. That don't sound like somebody to do what they want to do to me, man. You know, that sound like the lesser answering to the superior. And in that instance, Yahweh is the superior to Satan. Yahweh Shah is the superior to Satan. You know, he can't rebel. He never rebelled, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 4. Well, I'm going to start at verse 3. And say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. And this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because the Lord of hosts is his name. You know what I'm saying? And the host is an army. The Lord mustereth the battle. You know, Yahweh is a man of war, and he's going to stir up Russia and these other nations who are allies to Russia to come up against Babylon the Great. You know, and the hooks into thy jaws, you know, referencing Ezekiel 38 and verse 4, it goes into how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to make them do this. They're not going to do it on their own accord. The Lord's going to make them do it. So nobody's got free will, man. And prophecy, you know, I just use this prophecy to, you know, to hit on that. But, you know, I got to get back in here to the plantation. Like I said, man, this was just a quick hit. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next one, I say shalom.